Hello, and welcome to the Millis Chapter's induction ceremony for the National Honor Society. I am Caitlin Tomino, President of the Millis High School Chapter of the National Honor Society. Tonight, we will honor 30 juniors and 2 seniors who have shown exceptional qualities throughout their careers as students. Unfortunately, our advisor, Mr. Oliphant, is not able to be here tonight for personal reasons, and we are hoping that he's back soon. At this time, I would like to introduce Ms. Nancy Gustafson, Superintendent of the Millis Public Schools, who would like to address current Honor Society members, those soon to be inducted, and their guests before she must leave to attend a meeting of the school committee this evening.
Good evening and welcome to the 2015 induction of the Honor Society members of Millis High School. We're taking things in a little bit of a different order this evening because of we're missing Mr. Oliphant and hope he can be back soon. It is my privilege to speak to you tonight about the honor that is being bestowed upon those on stage, an honor that all of you have earned through your hard work in 4 areas: your scholarship, the leadership you have demonstrated, the civic and community service you have provided, and the character and integrity that you have developed and you show consistently. We, in the administration and teaching staff and your friends and families here this evening, are very proud of your accomplishments. You, as inductees into the National Honor Society, have proven that you have set high standards for yourselves. Setting high expectations and goals, and then persevering when you are faced with setbacks, will be the things that will distinguish you even further in the future. Research shows that intelligence is not the main attribute that will lead to your success, but character attributes are, like grit, curiosity, self-control, enthusiasm, your interpersonal skills and ability to work well with people, and having what's called realistic optimism. Those are the most important attributes you can develop. And realistic optimism is when you choose your goal, you believe you can attain it, but you also think about the obstacles that may come your way, and you plan for how to tackle them. So you're optimistic about reaching the goal, but realistic. Motivation is a key to success in life. In fact, studies have shown that on IQ tests, some of you might remember this from last year, and I love it, so I repeat it. Young children who were offered an M&M for each correct answer on an IQ test, all of a sudden, their test scores rise by between 12 and 18 points, enough to go from what is considered below average intelligence to average, or from average to above average. So there is a huge amount of evidence, not just this study, that so-called intelligence is not fixed, but highly malleable. And in that, there are the research shows that there are various types of intelligence. The idea that smart is something you get through hard work is one of the key beliefs that we have in Millis. And developing grit is a big part of our culture. But in order to develop grit, you can't always play it safe. You have to take some risks. Failing is not bad as long as you learn from it. So you have to go for it. Lean in, commit. How many of you have had teachers or coaches in Millis who have challenged you to do more, work harder, to be more? How many of you have run up against something that set you back and was difficult and caused you to struggle? Well, if that weren't the case, then we would have failed you here in Millis. But I dare say that you are here on this stage because you have learned how to rebound, literally and metaphorically, how to keep going when the going was tough, and how to believe that what you are working toward is worth the effort. This is one of my favorite evenings, since I usually get to sit and then listen to all of your heartfelt dedications to your family members and friends, people who have had a significant impact in your lives, who have been role models for you, and have helped you become the leaders you are today. But tonight I'll have to excuse myself and attend a school committee meeting. But please know that we here in this auditorium tonight and those who have watched you all grow up during your time here in Millis, we are very proud of you, of the contributions you have already made in Millis and will continue to make in the world. Congratulations on your induction into the National Honor Society, acknowledging your leadership, community service, scholarship, and most of all, your character. I know you will live up to that honor. Good luck.
Thank you, Ms. Gustafson. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the current members of the 2014 to 2015 National Honor Society. Those of us present tonight are Aya Narkopov, Amy Assad, Katie Battaglino, Danielle Trophy, Alyssa Cooney, Kyle Davis, Louis DePace, Olivia Donahue, Marley Durand, Harris Eidelman, Alyssa Fallon, David Frizzoco, Ashley Goes, Danielle Haven, Elizabeth Haven, Kylie Hoffog, Nitha Mahesh, Emily Moltinsky, Kathleen Martin, Rachel Matthews, Emma McPolin, Evan Orell, Joshua Orell, Hannah Pyenson, Brian Riley, Daniel Ryder, Sam Schultz, Casey Sherns, Jonathan Steves, Lena Stone, Alexander Truchon, Kyle White, Bianca Williams, and I. During each school year, the Honor Society members dedicate themselves to the furthering of their excellence in the areas of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. This year, the 34 of us have been dedicated to bettering our community and have accomplished various tasks. Some services we have provided include academic tutoring, gardening at the Memorial Building in high school, extending our high school's bottle recycle to the middle school, donating money to Doctors Without Borders during the Ebola scare, meal packaging for the Children of the Nations organization, and volunteering with Cradles to Crayons. Throughout their entire high school careers, the 32 students whom we are about to acknowledge have exhibited their dedication to scholarship, service, and leadership and good character. The candle of knowledge, which is lit in the center of the table, represents our eternal quest for knowledge. Membership in the Millis High School chapter of the National Honor Society is earned through the effective demonstration of the 4 qualities which are held in high esteem of the society. These qualities will be symbolized by the lighting of the 4 candles. I'd like to call up the Vice President, Alexander Truchon, who will present the quality of leadership.
Scholarship. Scholarship means a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and study, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when formal education has ended, or education ends only with life. Knowledge is one great element in life which leads to the high success, and it can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past, and the light which illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world with the opportunities inherent in scholarship.
Now our corresponding secretary, Emma McPolin, will present the quality of service. Service. My office is service. Service can be described in various ways. In the routine of the day's work, many opportunities arise to help others. Willingness to work for the benefit of those in need without monetary compensation or without recognition is the quality we seek in our membership. We are committed to the idea of volunteering our time and abilities to the creation of a better tomorrow. Our gardening chair, Olivia Donahue, will present the quality of leadership.
Leadership. Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school. In taking the initiative in class and school activities, the real leader strives to train and aid others to attain the same objective. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal interests for the interest of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in a country, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed. Thus, to lead a substantive charge to each of our members and to the candidates.
Our treasurer, Ivan Arkhipov, will present the quality of character.
Character. Character is a force within each individual which distinguishes that person from others. It gives each one individuality. It is that without which no one can respect oneself, nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is the force of character which guides one through life and, once developed, grows steadily. Character is achieved and not received. It is the product of constant action, daily striving to make the right choice. The problem of character is the problem of self-control. We must be in reality what we wish to appear to others. We demonstrate such qualities as reliability, honesty, and sincerity. We may hope to prove by example that we value character.
We will now light our own candles and pledge ourselves to the National Honor Society. Please rise, raise your right hand, and repeat after me. Raise your right hands. I pledge myself to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society, to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I will be loyal to my school. And will maintain and encourage. High standards of scholarship. Service. Leadership. And character. Please be seated and blow out your candles. We will now present the certificates of membership and cords to the inductees. Julia Breed. Patrick Brooks. Rio Collette. Haley Clark. Aaron Collins. Gianna D'April. Caroline Denman. Tyler Denyon. Sagar Desai, Thomas Edwards, Sophie Erica, John Frasca, Catherine Golden, Emma Green, Ben Harrington, Bridget Horgan, Madeline Hurwitz, Daniel Johnson, Casey Komarnicki, Eleni Lazaridis, Brendan Lordy, Emily McCabe, Hannah MacDonald, Tessa May, Erica Mullally, Brenna Nelson, Jessica O'Reilly, Shannon Ryder, Bailey Shea, Rebecca Simpson, Willem Toom, and Abigail Wine. Now the inductees will come to the podium to say a few words about a special person in their life whom they have chosen to honor tonight. We will begin with Julia Breed, who will be honoring Jeannie Breed.
15, a role model is usually an older adult or someone who has been along for a very long time. Tonight, I'm honoring my brother Jamie. Although he's my brother, I can 100% call him my best friend. He has been with me through everything, and like many siblings, we never fight. Although he is not here tonight, I know that even miles away at college, he is still supporting me and proud of me. The amount of times Jamie has made the most difficult times of my life better are countless, and I would just like to take this time to publicly acknowledge how of an amazing person he is and how much he means to me. Thank you.
Patrick Brooks will be honoring James Brooks.
There are many people who I could have chosen to honor for this occasion, but after a lot of thought, I decided the best person to honor was my dad. For all 18 years of my life, he's always been there for me, being by my side, being my father, my coach, my friend, and my boss. He works harder than anyone I've ever met to support my family. Not only that, but he takes the time out of his busy schedule to come to all of my games as well as my brother's. He's come to almost every one since all I can remember. Since the age of 14, my dad has worked hard, back-breaking labor, making and selling landscape materials, driving trucks, and landscaping. He graduated from college with a business degree and hasn't looked back ever since. He now owns 2 businesses of his own, and he's very successful at what he does. Taking care of a family, work, free time is a strenuous task, but he does it with ease. He's truly made me the person I am today. I truly appreciate everything he does for me in every aspect of my life. I can't thank him enough for it. Thank you.
Rio Calais will be honoring Kirsten Denny.
Hi. As Eddie Vedder once sang, I am a lucky man to count in both hands the ones I love, but I think out of all of them, my Aunt Kirsten is probably my idol. No one does more for the people around her, even far away from her, than she does. Over the last few years, she's adopted 2 Nicaraguan children, which means that she pays for their daily living expenses. She's constantly donating to Kiva and has even traveled to Nicaragua and Ecuador to help build elementary schools. The woman has traveled everywhere and seen and experienced so much, yet she is still so humble despite her depth of wisdom. She is my honoree tonight because I know that at any given moment, instead of sinking into her couch and watching admittedly excellent reality TV shows, she's out there making a difference in the universe, and I don't know what more I could ask of the world than to let me try and do the same. Thank you.
Haley Clark will be honoring Renee Clark.
Hi. The person I'm honoring tonight is not only my role model and my best friend, she's my mom. Ever since I was very young, it has been apparent how hard of a worker she is, and I credit her with my work ethic that I have today. In life, she has taught me so many simple things. Simple things like how to make baked ziti to more complex things like being independent. I once heard a quote that in life you have 3 choices: give up, give in, or give it your all. My mom has clearly proved how to give it your all. Growing up, life was far from perfect for her, but she did not let that slow her down or hold her back. She got a job at 14 and has been working her hardest ever since. All her hard work has definitely paid off, and she has made an amazing life for herself and her family, and we couldn't be prouder. It's not easy to turn your life around, but my mom proves every day how possible it is. It's beyond me how she can work full-time and still be a great mother, but she does. Love you, Mom.
Erin Collins will be honoring Mara Robinson.
If I didn't have Mrs. Robinson as my 6th grade reading teacher, my life would be incredibly different. School isn't something that comes naturally to me, but she opened my eyes to what I could be, what I could do, in a way that I never thought was possible. The lessons she has taught me go beyond what any textbook ever could. Even as 6th grade ended, summer passed, and a new school year began, I still went to Mrs. Robinson as a person to talk to. Her encouragement and support throughout my high school journey has taught me to love who I am, and to reach my goals, it's all up to me. Whether I need somebody to tell me that everything is going to be all right, or just a smiling face, I know I can always count on her for it all. She remains the best teacher I have ever had, the best I think there will ever be. Though I certainly learned plenty that year, I also gained a friend. I've also realized how simple the words thank you are, and for how much they are meant to me. Therefore, Mrs. Robinson, if you're out there listening, thank you is all I can say.
Gianna DePro will be honoring Stephanie DePro.
Now that I'm a junior, I started looking at colleges. Preparing for college is one of the most exciting yet stressful things to do. One must reach out to colleges, make decisions, set up tours, and make sure you are on track. My mom has greatly helped me throughout this process. She helps attending tours, emailing colleges, and making sure I will have great opportunities in the future. And I'm really thankful for all that she has done for me. She is also a great support system and attends any school events or sports games, always cheering me on. Thank you so much, Mom.
Karen Denman will be honoring Daniel Denman.
An anonymous writer once said, "Our brother shares childhood memories and grown-up dreams." As I read this quote, a plethora of childhood memories of my brother, Daniel Denman, and me come to mind. From playing rec soccer together on the grade team, to playing endless games of Foursquare on the pavement in front of our house, to riding in the back of Dad's old truck chasing down the ice cream man, we did everything happily together. As the years progressed, the memories started to become more developed, like listening to him play his guitar at night when everyone else was trying to sleep, sharing a car, and going to the same prom 2 years in a row. My brother has helped me to recognize my passions for both Spanish and international business, and for this I am sincerely grateful. Daniel's determination and constant work in high school, in sports, and now in college have truly served as an inspiration for me, and have pushed me to try my absolute hardest at everything I do. Thank you for everything that you've done for me and for the wonderful childhood memories.
Tyler Demian will be honoring Kirk Demian.
For those of you who don't know me, I'm from Pennsylvania, and that's where my family still lives. I've been staying up here and going to Millis the last 2 years. I play for the Boston Junior Bruins, so I've been staying with the host family. When asked to pick a nominee as someone who has made an important impact on my life, it was quite easy to pick my father. No matter the obstacle, he always found a way to do anything for our family. Whether that be years of coordinating our town's baseball program, getting me to every practicing game, our annual trailer park Super Bowl party, or yelling at me in our dusty makeshift basement gym. Everything he did and still does is beyond substantial. He never did them because he had to, or because he felt obligated to. He did them because he wanted to, and seeing us succeed and seeing us be happy as a family is what drove his gears. He once told me that no one owes you anything, which inevitably is usually the opposite of how most of our modern-day society views things. We think that just because you work hard or seem to do better than a person sitting next to you, that you're obligated to receive something greater, which is a faulty viewpoint. Everything is earned and never given. My favorite memory is my 10th birthday. My friends from hockey and baseball all had their big 10th birthday parties, so I was waiting for mine. I was told that we wouldn't be able to afford a party this year, but I was given pitching lessons for later on in the evening. Of course, I was totally mad inside, but I acted like I was happy. We arrived at the indoor pitching facility, and we were walking up the stairs, and right when I opened the door, 50 kids jumped screaming surprise at me. It was totally unexpected, but that's why you never ever doubt the ones who truly love you. And lastly, it truly means so much to me that my father was able to be here tonight. He made 12 hours of driving in one day just for me. Thank you.
Sagar Desai will be honoring Charles Grant.
Good evening, everyone. As many of you already know, my name is Sagar Desai. I am here today honoring a man who many of us know as Coach Grant. To most of my peers, Coach is simply a teacher and a mentor. But to me, he is not only that, but one of my closest friends. I met Coach during my summer entering 5th grade. Our relationship has grown to one of the strongest friendships I have today. Since 5th grade, I have worked for Coach every summer, doing just about anything from uniform inventory to installing garbage disposals. With every task Coach gives me, I am introduced to a new lesson about life. Without Coach, I could not imagine where I'd be today. Coach has truly made me the person I am today. So Coach, if you're able to make it tonight, I thank you for impacting my life in such a positive way.
Thomas Edwards will be honoring Marian Edwards.
My honoree for National Honor Society is Marian Edwards, better known as my mom. It is never her first, and she always values us over her. Every night, different meals prepared, and I am extremely lucky for that. She is always looking for places to go and books the best vacations. Throughout my entire life, she has been behind all of my decisions, always giving me support and giving me confidence. It's not little things that she does for me that make my mom the best. She has 3 boys in the house, and she never fails to keep up. My mom has never taken a day off and is always doing something. Lazy is one word that I would never affiliate with her. I will forever be in debt to my mom, and I'm grateful for the things she does for me. Thank you, Mom.
Sophie Erica will be honoring Andrew Erica.
Tonight I'm honoring someone who has had more of an impact on my life than he knows. My brother Andrew has always been one to go after his passions and never been one to let others' opinions deter him from his decisions. Ever since I was little, I've looked up to him, and I've looked up to him. Andrew has shown me life isn't always about succeeding at your first shot, and to always leave room to enjoy the ride. He is everything I am not and wish to be, but most importantly, always there for me. I look forward to the times we get to spend together laughing, mostly at the expense of my mom, and seeing his dreams manifest. So thank you, Andrew, for pushing me to do what makes me happy and never failing to always have my back.
John Frasca will be honoring Patrice Fisk.
Tonight I'm going to be honoring my grandmother, Patrice Bish. Widowed at a young age, she has always encountered tough times, but she has never given up. This is one of the many lessons she has subconsciously taught me. She has given me many things, including her support, her love, and her little skinny chicken legs too. However, the most important thing that I have learned from my grandma is to always keep a smile on my face, because optimism is the most powerful tool you can obtain. Thanks, Nan and Pat, for reminding me after a bad track meet that I still did better than you could have ever done, for the endless trips to the Cape, and for your undying support and love. Nobody will ever be able to fill your shoes.
Catherine Golden will be honoring Charisse Golden.
The woman I chose to be my honoree is so much more to me than simply my mom. She's my friend, my leader, my teacher, and my inspiration. She's taught me that I can do anything I set my mind to, and she has pushed me to find out what I am capable of. Along with the conventional things like reading, writing, and math, she has also taught me some unconventional things, like how to start a fire with one match, and how to camp outside in the middle of February with 3 feet of snow on the ground. This comes from the Girl Scout leader in her. She has been mine for about 12 years now. Tonight she is supposed to be at her own ceremony, receiving an Outstanding Leader Award, but instead she chose to come here and support me once again like she has been doing my entire life. Honoring you here tonight is the least I could do. It is you who has gotten me to where I am today. You are, after all, my biggest fan.
Emma Green will be honoring Pam Emsley.
I have been a part of the youth group at Wellesley Village Church for almost 2 years now. It has been a very short time, but the impact it has had on me is greater than anything. The group simply would not work without the advisor, Pam Emsley. I have never met a person who is more capable of loving as much as she does. The amount of compassion she shows for everyone is overwhelming. She has taught me to forgive and also to love people of all backgrounds. High school is an incredibly stressful time for everyone, and she has reminded me the importance of stepping back, reflecting, and relaxing. High school is also a time to dig deep in order to find yourself. Although I haven't quite accomplished this, because of Pam, I now have an image of the kind of person I aspire to be each and every day. Thank you for changing my perception of the world.
Ben Harrington will be honoring Christine Harrington.
Hey. I've changed so much since freshman year. I'm more talkative and getting out there more. The person who helped me get to this point is my mom. My mom supported me through times of trouble and helped me become the person I am today. When I was diagnosed with autism a couple months ago, she stuck with me and supported me in my dreams of becoming a musician. I love you, Mom, and I know you'll always be there for me. Thank you.
Bridget Horrigan will be honoring Olivia Donahue.
A leader is someone who influences the people around them and inspires them to do better each day. As the captain of the Millis varsity soccer team, Olivia Donahue is someone who has exceeded in demonstrating what it means to be a true leader. Her leadership skills have inspired me to be just as good as her in everything I do. Olivia also demonstrates the qualities of a genuine good person. She's very well liked and respected by the students and faculty of this school. I think it is important for everyone to have a role model in their life, and especially throughout high school. Olivia has been my role model throughout everything, and has inspired me to be the student athlete and all-around good person that I have driven to be. Although Olivia is leaving me soon, her leadership and qualities will forever impact me in my life and inspire me to demonstrate these actions in the future. And that is why she's my nominee tonight. Thank you, Olivia.
Madeline Hurwitz will be honoring Martha Flinter.
Hi, I'm Madeline Hurwitz. When you're a teenager, people like to talk at you, imparting pearls of wisdom that they've deemed imperative to your survival in high school and in life. I'm not going to lie, most of it's gone over my head, and many things have been discarded by the way of the forgetfulness that time brings. However, one of the truly worthwhile and time-honored lessons I've learned was from my grandmother. The first thing you should know about my grandmother is that she's one of the toughest people I know. I can't pretend I've gone through even a sixth of what she's been through, but I do truly believe that as much as anything else, high school is a test of endurance. I've been raised with the steadfast credence that in the conviction that perseverance is key. She has shown me that what hard work and determination can bring you. I don't think school is as much about who is the smartest, but rather who can work the hardest for what they want. I wasn't always as determined to get what I want as I am now, but I was taught to never settle, to always reach for the next thing. There is no way for me to cram everything that I could say about my grandmother into a 2-minute speech. It simply wouldn't do her any justice. I can tell you this though, because of having her in my life, I've been able to make the future I want tangible instead of something far-fetched and seemingly unrealistic. She is my definition of fortitude, and I hope that one day I can be even as half as accomplished as she is.
Daniel Johnson will be honoring Adam Brown.
Students, teachers, families, we are gathered here today not only to celebrate our future and esteem society, but to remember our past, which makes us who we are today. Remember those whom shaped us into the remarkable people we are today, whom often go unnoticed throughout our lives and those too late to give them proper appreciation deserved. Today, I have the privilege of getting a second chance to acknowledge one of the greatest teachers I have ever known. Adam Brown. Mr. Brown may have just been another 8th grade English teacher to some, but to me it was so much more. He opened up my eyes to the harsh reality of the world, so no matter how hard you try, sometimes they just don't end the way you want it to. He taught me that it was acceptable to not get that perfect grade, whether it be a 15 or a 100. What matters most is that you listen, understand, and enjoy. Because when you take a step back and look at the big picture, You're not going to remember life for what you learned, but for what you did. So why not live life for the now? Enjoy every moment as if it was the last. Carpe diem. This is what he taught me. He changed my perspective on life and showed me that English is so much more than just essays and novels. It's about the finer things in life. It's about literature. It's about letting your emotions flow and making your dreams a reality. It's about loving life you live and never letting anyone tell you you're wrong. Because life is too short to waste your time worrying about what anyone else thinks. Life is short, so make the most of it. This is what he taught me. And for what reason you have to do anything else.
Casey Komarnicki will be honoring Kim Komarnicki.
When I found out I was going to be in the National Honor Society, I knew exactly who I wanted my honoree to be, my grandmother, Kim Komarnicki. Sadly, she can't be here tonight because my grandfather is in the hospital again, but I still want to recognize her. She is one of the kindest and strongest people I know, and she has had such an important role in my life. I am so thankful to have such a close relationship with her. Whenever I'm upset, I know I can always turn to her. Even though she lives in New Jersey, she's always just a phone call away and knows exactly how to make me feel better. She has gone through a lot these past couple of years, but she has always seemed to stay positive, and I look up to her for that. She is honestly the friendliest person I know and affects everyone she meets, and I aspire to be just like her one day.
Eleni Lazaridis will be honoring Vasilios Lazaridis.
Distinguished guests, parents in this year's National Honor Society. A close friend shared a quote with me by Jim Valvano, which seems appropriate. My father gave me the greatest gift anyone could give another person. He believed in me. Tonight, I would like to honor my father for everything he's given me and continues to give. His patience, his manner with others, and his willingness to assist the needy have developed my own character. I think that it's his kindness and support that have taught me to seize all of life opportunities, to offer something to the world rather than to expect something from it. His dedication and his anchored faith have shaped my life, and for that I am eternally grateful. Thank you.
Brendan Lordy will be honoring Gary Lordy.
My dad grew up in a small town similar to Millis and had to work extremely hard to get to where he is today. Since the day I was born, he has done a tremendous job of raising me with that same sense of work ethic. He has always been someone I can go to for help, and I know I can count on his advice because he is always willing to drop anything if it means helping me. Most importantly, he has been my biggest role model, to the point where I even hope to pursue his career path. And I also hope to grow into the man that he is.
Emily McCabe will be honoring Stephen McCabe.
Hi everyone. For my honoree today, I chose my dad. My dad has taught me so many things about life, and he's a huge reason behind why I'm able to be here right now. I think one of the most important things he's taught me and shown me is about determination. He's taught me that I am capable of doing anything in the world as long as I push myself to get there. He's shown me that with perseverance, I can go anywhere and do anything. He's taught me to get over my mistakes and to always try again, along with teaching me a lot about the midlife crisis. But my dad is such an inspiration to me and has made such a huge impact on my life. So I love you, Dad.
Hannah MacDonald will be honoring TJ McDonald.
I chose to honor my older brother, TJ McDonald, because he helps me a lot in school and motivates me to do my best at everything I do. He tells me about his experiences he had, good or bad, and gives me the best advice for doing well in high school and getting ready for college. He's also a great role model and supports me in all the things I want to do. Whenever I overthink or get overwhelmed, he helps me figure out what's really important and calms me down. And those are only a few of his many great qualities. He is one of my favorite people, and I look up to him every day.
And Tessa May had a mandatory dance practice, so she just got here, so we'll honor her with the certificate of membership and the board. And then she'll give her speech after to honor Kathy Harper.
Hello, my name is Tessa May. My honoree is Kathy Harper, who has taught my Sunday school class for 5 years. She still teaches at our church, even though her children have moved on from Sunday school to college and beyond. What she taught me is how to care about other people, not just in our own town or school, but in places that sometimes are forgotten. She's taught me that hard work pays off. She took time out of her summer to take 12 teenagers to do hard work in the heat for a week, let alone sit with us for the 14-hour car ride to Kentucky. Our trip to Appalachia helped a family have a home of their own to live in. Without her inspiration and guidance, I don't think I would have even gone on the trip, let alone gotten so much out of it. Hard work pays off at school too, and I thank her for that lesson.
Erica Mullally will be honoring Sherry Mullally.
Throughout the 17 years of my life, my mom has always been there, especially when it comes to facing my fears and helping me with anything that stands in my way. She will always put me before herself any day of the week, from my first swimming lessons and my days at Big Bird's preschool to my first sleepaway camp. She's always there to tell me not to worry and to assure me that everything will be okay. My mom was there to put Band-Aids on my knees every time I would fall off my bike and wipe away my tears when I'd cry. As I've gotten older, I've realized how much more she has influenced and helped me. She cooks amazing meals, goes to all my games, and has planned more social events than I can count, not only for me, but for the community as well. She will give up some of her time to make sure that I have what I need. My mom has showed me how to be independent and how to make small, what seem like unimportant steps each day in order to reach my goals. Without my mom being there through the good times and the bad, I wouldn't be the person I am today.
Brenda Nelson will be honoring Sean Nelson.
The person I'm honoring tonight is my brother Sean. Ever since I was little, he was my best friend, always caring, protecting, and helping me as I grew older. Whenever I have problems, I go to him with them, and he gives me advice that helps me get through them. When I need a laugh, I can always count on him to make me happier. Sean's my guide. I follow his footsteps and paths and become a better person and be successful in life. I like to pursue the same dreams as my brother, and he is such a good role model. In a few months, he leaves for boot camp for the Marines. I will be missing a part of me when he leaves because my best friend, my brother, my inspiration will be gone. Thank you for helping me through school and life. Because of you, I will succeed.
Jessica O'Reilly will be honoring Karen O'Reilly.
Tonight, I will be honoring my mom. She is one of the few people I can honestly say has been on my side since the beginning. I am honoring her tonight because she has tested me and challenged me in every way to be my best. Through her guidance, I have become who I am today, and because of her help, I have worked through many roadblocks. Every day, I realize how lucky I am to have this woman in my life. I look to my mom as a guide for all things, and I know I can ask her to help me with anything, and she would willingly run 1,000 miles for me. Words cannot express how grateful I am for her help after all these years, and I can honestly say I would not be nearly as successful as I am today without her help.
Shannon Ryder will be honoring Kim Kelly.
Tonight I am honoring Kim Kelly. My Aunt Kimmy has always had a big impact on me. She just received her doctorate and I'm so incredibly proud of her. That's why she couldn't make it tonight because she's getting pinned. She's loving, caring, passionate about her work and towards her patients. She's the reason why I want to go into the medical field. Kim Kelly is such an accomplished and hardworking person and I admire her. She loves people and loves helping them. I want to have the ability that she does to help people and make them feel better. She does so much for me and I want to thank her. I love you, Aunt Kimmy, and I'm so proud of you for all your hard work. I hope I'll be able to be such an accomplished person just like yourself. Thank you.
Bailey Shea will be honoring Mark Caulfield.
In high school, I can tell you that it's not easy finding your own way. At times, things seem bleak, the days begin to all seem the same, and there are many moments we all want to give up. Sometimes it feels like we are all thrown into a big box with hundreds of kids and left to figure things out for ourselves. But every once in a while, if you're lucky enough, there comes a teacher who touches your life and helps you see things differently. A teacher who inspires and encourages every student to strive for greatness, live to our fullest potential, and see the best in ourselves in and outside the classroom. Every student has unique demands, and Mr. Caulfield embodies all of these great qualities required to make a positive impact on every student's life he touches, especially mine. A role model like Mr. Caulfield is someone you can learn from through his commitment to everything he takes on in genuinity. Coming to his class was a lot of the time the only thing I looked forward to each day. Whether it was discussing the literature we read or working on our writing skills, his positive energy is contagious, and I don't know anyone that wouldn't agree. He once said I was a joy to teach, but the real honor was getting to be one of his students. Thank you for all you've taught me, Cough.
Rebecca Simpson will be honoring Suzanne Simpson.
When I began to write this speech, I decided to think about all the characteristics that make a perfect parent. Things such as unconditional love and support, always caring for the child, setting a good example, being a good role model, and putting the child over themselves. Then I realized that I was just listing all the things that I admire about my mom. The thing that I admire most about my mom is that everything she does is with the purpose of helping others. My entire life, she has aided me in my education, and over the past several years, she's guided many students to educational success here at Millis. She volunteers at the food pantry once a month, at church, or in any other manner she can to help the community. There have been numerous instances that my mom has gone above and beyond to help other people without even asking for anything in return. She does it because she loves it, and she does it because she wants to. If I am ever lacking in any aspect of my life, all I have to do is look at my mom to see what I must do to improve myself. So thank you, Mom, for putting others over yourself. I wouldn't be in this position if you didn't do that for me.
Norm Toom will be honoring Nancy Toom.
Good evening. I know most of us up here are honoring our parents. It may seem repetitive hearing the same thing over and over again, young men and women thanking their parents for their assistance. But it is this way for a reason. Parents are always there for us. They are there to push us to take the higher classes that have helped us learn and improve, to do the homework assignments at the end of the 14-hour day, to continue the lessons that improve our many skills and talents, and push ourselves in the many sports we play, in order to be the best individuals that we can be. Our parents have helped us grow emotionally, socially, and most importantly, individually. For this, I would like to thank you all for raising my peers in a way that augments my life in this school. But more specifically, I would like to thank one person in particular. I want to thank this person for everything she has done for me. Thank you for doing all that I have mentioned and more, meanwhile keeping yourself sane. For this, I owe you the world. Thank you, Mom.
And Abigail Wine will be honoring Pam Wine.
I don't know where to begin talking about my Aunt Pam. She's fearless, intelligent, creative, and undoubtedly inspiring. She's had such an impact on my life, and I don't know where I would be without her. Although I don't see her often, every time I do see her, I feel like I've found someone who truly understands me, and I couldn't ask for more. Not only is she determined and perseverant,
but she shows great strength in the face of adversity. She taught me to be fearless, which has been so important in my life, so much so that I came up here unprepared with a speech. Speak truly from my heart, because thinking about speaking in front of all you people here is terrifying, but she's taught me to be myself and to be who I am, and that's all I could ever ask for.
Now I would like to introduce someone to offer a few remarks who has helped me a tremendous amount over the past few days due to Mr. O not being here. The Millis High School principal and head of the Millis High School chapter of the National Honor Society, Mr. Robert Mullaney.
Good evening. They're a very difficult act to follow. It's so wonderful to hear how much impact you folks and other loved ones and inspirations have helped these kids reach this stage. So I congratulate you all for that. I'd also like to congratulate the new members of the Millis High School chapter of the National Honor Society. Your scholarship, leadership, service, and character have been recognized by your induction this evening. You have met a high standard, and you will now be held to a higher standard. Membership in the National Honor Society comes with responsibility. Realize that in everything you do, in school or out of school, you must embody those values of character, service, leadership, and scholarship. Scholarship means you give every assignment, from that smallest homework assignment to that intense research paper, your best effort. You don't take shortcuts, you don't cut corners. Leadership is not the same as popularity. Leadership sometimes requires you to do things that are unpopular. Service means sacrificing. Selfless service to others is among the noblest of human pursuits. Character is your enduring legacy. Your teachers will probably not remember the grades you got in class, but they will remember if you are a person of integrity and character. Please always remember to uphold these virtues that you are being recognized for tonight. You have an obligation to use your talents and lead this school, this community, this town, this generation. I really look forward to seeing how you will lead us and where you will take us. So congratulations to the new members of the National Honor Society. The evening of National Honor Society induction reminds me of how few days we have left with our senior class. This is the first in a series of culminating events for those of you in the class of 2015. I look at the college board out there, the bulletin board out there in the hallway. If you haven't seen it during the reception, if you take a walk down and look at that board and see the opportunities that these students have created for themselves, you will be impressed, and I am very proud every time I walk by that board. Please, class of 2015 members of the National Honor Society, please remember to continue to bring those values of scholarship, leadership, character, and service to your destinations when you leave Millis High School. It's something important. You're a member of National Honor Society. You're a member for life. So please always uphold those high standards. I would like to congratulate all of our National Honor Society members for their outstanding work for our school and all they do in the community. I'd also like to thank all of you for coming this evening. Tonight's ceremony, as you know, Mr. Oliphant couldn't be with us tonight and hasn't been able to help with the preparation of this. So I would like to really recognize Caitlin Tomaino and the members of the National Honor Society because they really pulled this together. They ran this whole program. They did a fantastic job. And it's a great example of their leadership. So thank you. I said this afternoon, I think this is the smoothest one we've had. The kids really pulled it together, and they've done a great job. I would like to just close by saying thank you to everyone for coming tonight. It's a great evening. It's a great way to recognize young people. Sometimes you hear in the news or around town about all the bad things the kids are up to, and that's not the case. We have kids that are doing amazing things here, amazing things in the community. So this evening is a testament to the hard work, character, leadership, and service of our students here on the stage. So congratulations to all of you. And I think I'm going to turn it over to Caitlin now. And again, thank you, and I look forward to joining you at the reception in honor of our 2014-2015 National Honor Society induction. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mulaney. On my behalf and that of my fellow Honor Society members, I would like to extend our gratitude to everyone who has helped us create this wonderful setting tonight. Ms. Gustafson, Mr. Mulaney, parents, grandparents, extended family, friends, teachers, and staff. Also, a special thanks to Paul's Flowers and Roach Brothers. And last but not least, I would like to thank Mr. Oliphant for all his help with the National Honor Society this past year. This concludes our ceremony. I would now like to invite the new members with their families and guests to join us in the cafeteria for refreshments. All National Honor Society members, please remain in the auditorium briefly for yearbook pictures. Thank you all for coming, and congratulations to everyone for a job well done.